Hey peeps, welcome back at my FX right here, the prophetic analyst. So this is the weekly market focus analysis of the week of the 26th to the 30th of August. Okay, so we are starting off with gold Xauusd. So we can see how gold closed for this month, or for last week, with this candle, this indecision candle here on the weekly time frame. So with this, if you are to trade from the higher time frame or from the weekly time frame, it's more like an indecision candle. Anything could happen, and we can also confirm with me that gold has been trading on its all-time highs. Okay, so gold has been trading on its all-time highs on the higher time frame. So practically we are still very much bullish on gold because there are no market structures that are being broken to the downside. Okay, so until we have that, then we can see or say that gold is now going bearish. All right, so how can we because we are not trading from the higher time frames, how can we make use of this on the lower time frames, or what should we be looking for on in the new week, okay, in the new week to come, on how we can take advantage of this? So we can see on the daily time frame on Friday how gold was able to close very bullish. So not just closing very bullish, you can see this area here, the zone of the 24.76, okay, the 24.76 ounce, okay, this zone here, which gold has tested several times. The price came back into that area, broke, retested that area, and a push continuations to the upside is more like what we should be looking for there on gold for the coming weeks. Okay, so there are still very much great possibilities that gold could continue or would continue to the upside. Okay, so but let's go to a 4-hour time frame so we can see how we can be precise with this analysis. Okay, so looking at it on the 4-hour time frame now, we can see gold came into that zone. These are the same zones that we saw on the daily time frame. Okay, 1 2 3 areas. The price came into that area and push continuations to the upside. So if we are to look for bullish scenarios, okay, if you are not able to take buys from this area, just I think we had a weekly market forecast analysis during the week. Okay, so if you miss that, then that means you can't really catch this trade. All right, so how can we make entries from the new week? So for me, all right, I would even give myself a minor zone. Okay, let me bring a little zone here, a little minor zone like so. All right, so if price does this, okay, if price breaks here, retest here, and a push continuations to the upside, then you can continue, put your stop loss somewhere around these lows. That's for sales. Let's see, your stop loss somewhere around the lows that will be created, and push continuations to the upside. Okay, but for the bearish scenarios, to have a very nice good sales, okay, to have a very good sales, it's better you wait for price to do whatever price does in between these zones. I won't be interested on gold until price is able to break this area of the 24.77 ounce. So for bearish scenarios, we'll be looking for price to break this area, retest there, and then push continuations to our next level, which is our 24.30 ounce. Okay, that's our bearish scenarios and our bullish scenarios. And you know that we trade from zones to zone. So for the bullish scenarios, a break retest of this minor zone, push continuations to the upside, okay, like so. And for the bearish scenarios, a break retest of this major zone, okay, on the weekly, the daily, and the hourly time frame here, then we can trade to our 24.31 area. Okay, so that's it for gold. Up next is our DXY, the dollar index. Okay, for the DXY, which is the dollar index, we start from our weekly time frame. Let's see how the weekly time frame actually closed. Okay, we have been super bearish for quite some weeks now, up to a month plus on the DXY. Okay, so currently DXY is seated on a very strong support level, though there's a breakout. Okay, price has broken out of that area a little bit. So our next target for the DXY is still very much bearish. Our next target for DXY is 99.60 area, which is this zone somewhere around here. Okay, which is these zones like so. So let's go to the lower time frames to see what price is also doing on the lower time frames. Daily time frame, we can see price has been very much bearish to the downside. Okay, price has broken past that zone, so anything could happen here. Either I push continuations to the upside, then all the way to the downside, but I'm not really seeing that happening. Okay, like we said, we are looking forward for price to come to this next target, which is the 99.6602 area, which is more bearishness to the downside, guys. So going up, so is either price continues selling from here from the coming weeks to that zone, and continue to the downside, or we may have price come to that zone, push up here, then drop like so. So that's what we will be actually be looking out for on the DXY. I don't think we'll have nothing much on the lower time frame, like the 4 hour, nothing much on the 4 hour. So up next is Euro USD. Okay, and we'll start with our weekly time frame. So that we can have a better view of price on how price closed for last week. Okay, so how price closed for last week, with a very massive bullish engulfing candle, like we can see with this massive bullish engulfing candle. The price has been very much bullish for since July. Okay, so for more than almost 2 months now, since July 1st till the last week of August. Okay, so price has been very much bullish, like we can see, like so. So last week closed with this massive bullish engulfing candle. So what do we think may happen on the coming weeks, or this present week of the 26th to the 30th? Okay, so we can see that bullishness, like so. So looking for how we trade, we normally look for our major key levels. Okay, let's keep going. So okay, back to our weekly time frame. If you look left, there's another zone in which price is targeting, which is this area. Okay, which is the 1.1277 area, which is this black line, like so. So price is, that's the next target for Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD bullishness. So let's see on the lower time frames if there are key levels or strong levels that we can take advantage of these trades. All right, so looking at here, so yeah, all right, so let's put a line there. Okay, so for the coming weeks for Euro USD, we would be looking for price to either do this. Okay, for the bullish scenarios, come back to this zone and push continuations to the upside, and the upside where we are targeting is all the way up, like up there. Okay, or price could also respect this minor zone, like so, come back into that area before a push continuations to the upside. So either of these levels are where we are looking for price continuations for bullishness. Okay, for bearishness, if we have seen these minor zones which I had marked out. Okay, so for bearishness, we would be patient enough for price to break through here, retest that area, and a push continuation to our face level, which is a 1.104 area to the downside. Okay, that's also a lot of pips if you go down to your 1 hour or your 15 minutes time frame to make entries of those areas. So this is actually my bullish and my bearish scenarios for Euro USD. So up next is GDP USD. So for GDP USD, we're starting off with weekly time frame, okay, to see how price actually closed for last week. So price closed with this massive bullish engulfing candle, just like Euro USD. GDP USD has also been on a massive push to the upside, has been bullish for a pretty long time now. So we can see price has also broken past these previous key levels, okay, that we are having here. So price has created a new higher high now. So where is the next possible areas that we could take advantage of gold buys if we are continuing for the buys? Okay, so on a bigger picture, I have these zones marked out here I have these zones marked out here. Let me bring it down so that you guys can see. I have these zones marked out here. So I would be expecting price to come back to this level. Okay, a retest back to this level, a retracement, more like a sell to buy scenario. Okay, more like a sell to buy scenario, but the bullishness is a bigger picture, but the sells is more like the retracement. Okay, a sell a sell to the 1.30 area, then we can have that bullishness to the upside. Okay, more like a sell to buy in area for GDP USD. Let's look at a 4-hour time frame. Okay, analysis still remains the same. Okay, so either price comes into this phase blue line and a push continuations to the upside, or we could have a deeper retracement into the 130 like we said, and a push continuations to the upside. So that's it for Euro USD, and up next is USDJPY. Last but not the least, USDJPY. We can also see USDJPY on the weekly time frame. USDJPY closed this massive bearish engulfing candle, okay, facing the downside. So without further ado, I think USDJPY would be next level target is the 140 area, because that's the next or the closest support level is close to currently close to price for USD JPY. Okay, so let's scale down to our lower time frames to see key levels or actual levels in which we can make entries from. Okay, so I have to readjust this, okay, from last week. So we'll be looking for price to break through this area, retest here, and a push continuations to our first level, which is our 137 area. Okay, well, let's check our 4-hour time frame. I think we have some sort of range there on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so it's perfect here on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so we could see price was more like ranging for last week. Okay, kind of ranging between these zones for last week. So for this week, what we'll be doing is price will break here. Okay, more like a break and retest, more like a break, sorry, more like a break retest of that zone again, then a push continuation to the first level, which is a 140 area, like so. Okay, then if price does not go to the downside, we would be patient enough for price to clear this. Let me put a line there for you guys. Okay, patient enough for price to clear this resistance level up here. Let me bring it down a little bit. Okay, so you would want to see price to break here, retest, and a push continuations to the upside. So that's more like our bearish and our bullish scenarios for USD JPY. Okay, so you guys know trading is all about patience. You have to be patient enough for these things to play out. So you have to be patient enough for these things to play out. So if you like this kind of content, please do want to smash the subscribe button, like, share, and also drop a comment on the comment section. These are the things that you do to support us, to give us the zeal to continuing to dropping more forex educational contents like this. And drop a comment on the comment section what you think about this analysis or these trades, and you can drop some more fire emojis if you are feeling this analysis. Drop some fire emojis too. Follow me on Twitter at admirefx_fx, admire_fx, and see you guys next week. Cheers.